And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Pass the Pigs has been out for a long time, many years. A game where you have two little pigs and you roll them and then you push your luck to see how many points you get. Today we're taking a look at Pass the Pigs, Big Pigs. All right, now these are not the biggest pigs I've ever seen. I've seen even more giant ones at conventions, but these are pretty big pigs for people to play with. In this game, you are going to spend time throwing these pigs and seeing where they land to get points. Here's how the game is played. In this game, players are trying to get the most points by rolling two pigs. Now you can see how big these pigs are. These pigs are, they kind of have a bouncing, rubbery feel to them. They're not the sturdiest of pigs. This one had his leg broken off, but I managed to glue it back on. It seems like it's pretty good. Other than that, he seems okay. This one has lost the tip of his tail. And so they also get dirty pretty easy. The rule book says you can wipe them off, and I have, but if you throw them on the floor, which we do because they're so big, you can see that they could get dirty. But anyhow, on your turn, you're going to roll the pigs. So you roll the two pigs, and then you see how they are. So let's roll them here. When you roll pigs, you're going to check and see what they've landed on. If you have pigs and they have the same dot on both sides, so I mean, if both of them are showing a dot and are laying down, or if both are not showing a dot, you score 1 point. If you have a pig that's standing up, you will score 5 points. If you have a pig that is upside down like that, you will score 5 points. If they're both standing up, or if they're both upside down, that's 20 points. If you have a leaning jowler, that's like this, that's 15 points. And a snouter is like this, that's 10 points. And then if you have two of those, 40. Two of those leaning jowlers is 60 points. I think those are pretty much all the different points that you can get. And, you know, of course, you can add the points together and get different things. If this happens, you're out of the game. I've never seen it happen in my life. But more than likely, when you score points, so you keep track of points. So let's say, here we go. So my opening roll, and one pig went on the floor. That was a great opening roll, Vasel. So when you roll these, let's say this was my opening roll. That's worth nothing. This is worth 5 points. I score 5 points. I can stop or I can roll again. So I roll again. Here I rolled a dot on one side and nothing on the other side. They're both laying down. I bust it. I score no points at all. And this happens a lot, so you have to be careful every time you roll. There's a chance that you're going to get that. So here they're on the same side, 1 point. I decide to keep going. Another point. I decided to go again. And there we go. I've busted. And so you keep doing that. Now you can play a better way where people try to call what you're going to roll. They shout "Suey," and then they call what you're going to roll. So they have to say the name of it, a leaning jowler or whatever. And if they're correct, they get points. Otherwise, if they're incorrect, they will lose double points, which is kind of just random because you have no idea how things are going to roll. And then you just keep, once you bust or you stop, it's the next person's turn. And you keep going until one person gets to a certain number of points, depending on how long you want to play. That person is the winner of the game. The game also comes with a score pad and pencil, and comes with a bag here in which you can place your pigs. And then you can carry it around. This is probably a better storage thing than the box itself. And this is kind of like an event type thing. Now, you may never have played Pass Pigs before. If you haven't, you're not missing a ton, but it is fun. It's just fun to roll the pigs, see what happens. As a kid, I played Pass the Pigs over and over and over again because it required two pigs with a dot on one of their sides. And you rolled it and you saw what happened. And honestly, with these pigs, these bigger ones, it's most definitely easier to roll the leaning and the standing and on the back. It did not happen nearly as much with the little plastic ones. So it happens more here. But really, the rules talk about stuff like, well, if you hold it by the tail, if you flick it by the ear, there's ways to throw it so it lands different ways. No, there isn't. Every way you throw it, it's going to just bounce randomly and land some way. And if you ever get one of those 60-point things, unless there's something completely crazy about you, you're going to stop at that point. And so, I mean, that's what happens. You get 20 points, I'm done. I'll stop. The only time people push through is maybe on the last turn when someone's reached a point total you've agreed on, and then someone's like, I will beat them, and then you push through to the end. It's silly, it's fun. This has that big grandiose feeling. You can play this outside. You can play it, we throw ours on the floor and see where they land, and it's fun. They're a little bit more fragile than I would like. They get dirty, like I said, and we got to clean them, which is not, it's kind of a pain in the neck. But my kids do like it. It is fun. It's kind of a diversion. Like, hey, well, we got 10 minutes. Let's play Pass the Pigs, Big Pigs. So we play that for a while. Maybe someone's had a picnic. I can bring these pigs or what have you. So it works in those situations. And for those situations, would I recommend it? Would I get this over the little ones? Yeah, it's cooler to have stuff that's bigger. But it's not much different. And that whole advanced game is just whatever. Just throw the pigs and see what happens. Dice Tower Judgment approved.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!